All new scenes and deleted concepts were just revealed by the show's creator, who started with a whole new list of behind the scenes content that was supposed to be in the show before being changed around. For starters, she finally revealed the truth about evil Gangle, as we saw during episode 5's baseball game, how every single circus member was given an evil sort of opposite version of themselves, including evil Pomni and evil Ragatha. But for some reason, Gangle was the only character left out, as we never saw an opposite version of her, as we get a red orbsman as a replacement instead. But the truth about this deleted concept was finally revealed behind the scenes, as a fan of the show asked Gooseworx over on X, "Goose, why didn't we get an evil Gangle?" To which Gooseworx reveals that she thought it would be funny if she was randomly forgotten and left out entirely during this scene. But it's revealed that there was work put into this potential character, even though it never actually made an appearance in the episode, as another fan asked Gooseworx if evil Gangle would be blue, as we've seen from the other evil versions of the circus members how they've been created to have an opposite color scheme, to which Gooseworx responds telling us that she would have had a white ribbon and a red mask, and we even got a sort of preview of what this character likely would have looked like. As it turns out, a more evil, sort of scary mask for Gangle was actually posted by the show's creator a while ago that shows what sort of design we could have seen in episode 5. In this old image, we see Gangle looking in the mirror with her broken happy masks from the previous adventures placed alongside her, but in the corner we can also see this brand new disturbing mask that probably describes an emotion we've never seen her with in the show so far, meaning this evil version of Gangle we could have saw was likely something similar to this. But behind the scenes, we're given more secret scenes and content from the show's creator, who shared one of the most important updates of all. New details about a secret circus member who actually used to be best friends with Jax in the past before they disappeared. If you didn't know, Jax talks about an old friend he used to have in the circus in episode 5, and we learned that something bad ended up happening to them, likely they abstracted. And we're even told who this old circus member was as well, because during the intermission part of episode 5, we get a very important cutscene right at the very end, where Jax runs along 3 different doors that were meant to be important, passing by the abstracted Kaufmo's door, one of the main plot twists of the earlier episodes, a mannequin's door, and finally, this brand new character we've never seen in the circus before at any point. We can see how this is clearly a circus member that abstracted at some point, but that this frog doesn't match up with any of the already confirmed characters that we got a sneak peek for in the pilot episode, where Pomni, Ragatha, and Jax walked around the hallway of bedrooms that revealed many of the past circus members that ended up going crazy earlier on. Yet during the episode 5 intermission scene, this is the door that Jax decides to stop at right at the end of the cutscene, telling us this abstracted circus member was meant to be important to the story in some way. And because this strange, mysterious scene shows the circus member connecting to Jax specifically, this tells us it's likely this frog is the friend Jax talks about earlier on in the episode. But besides this short appearance, we weren't given a ton of information about this random frog character until now. Behind the scenes, the show's creator had confirmed that this new frog character was called Ribbit, and they even showed us concept art for Ribbit showing off an entire body shot of the character and even different facial expressions, which basically confirms that we're likely to see Ribbit moving around in one of the future episodes of the show, likely in some sort of flashback scene that shows us how Ribbit abstracted in the first place. We know Ribbit is gonna be super important in the future episodes of the show, but the show's creator also revealed more new content from episode 5, showing us new images of the circus members as animals from the safari scene, where Gooseworx reveals that there was plans to make the rest of the circus members into different animals as well, initially, likely including Kinger as a giraffe, Ragatha as a lion, and other wacky sorts of animal ideas for the characters. Gooseworx also revealed early concept art for the baseball scenes, telling us that there was initially plans for the circus members to all be wearing baseball uniforms for the big baseball game, but the idea had to be scrapped because the budget for the show's assets was limited. Next, we were given an entire behind-the-scenes video for episode 5 in the earlier stages, where we see the entire intermission scene before changes were made in the final version. It turns out in the earlier version of the intermission section, there were a few key differences that actually helped tell us how the digital circus's story is gonna go in the future. In one of the most important scenes of this section, we're able to see Jax running along a few doors in the background, and while the final version of this scene shows Jax running past Kaufmo's door and this mannequin's door, we can see how in the first version of this scene, things are actually different. The show's creator only bothered showing the abstracted frog character's door, showing that in this scene, the door with the frog in it was the only one that truly mattered, showing even more how important this frog circus member was supposed to be towards the story and how we should pay more attention to him and his future involvement. We were also given a behind-the-scenes shot of Jax in a maid outfit, along with concept art for some of the early scenes before they were fully put into the show, including Kane getting upset at Zooble later on in the episode. But it turns out in addition to this, we're also given a huge important preview that tells us about the next episode of the show early, episode 6. The episode confirmed to be Jax's special episode that's meant to reveal a dark secret about his character. This preview gives us a first look at his dark secret early, with new behind-the-scenes sketches of Jax specifically being sick, made by the show's creator. These behind-the-scenes images ended up being very important, as the previous episode of the show showed us that being sick, similar to this image of Jax, was the main reaction to being in the NPC area of the map, why both Pomni and Gummigoo get sick after finally returning from this strange area. But the fact Jax was also shown to us as sick behind the scenes tells us it's likely Jax has secretly been to this same NPC area as well, and that he's hiding something about it. We still need to know what his big secret is, and it turns out the show's creator Gooseworx finally gave us more information by telling us that after this secret is revealed, something big is meant to happen, as our future list of season 1 episodes tells us that after episode 6, this special episode starring Jax, the episodes are supposed to be more of a mystery, as we weren't given any information about what happens after the 6th one. But I'm able to fully reveal this secret early for you in this video right here. So for everything we're told about the future episodes of the Digital Circus, make sure to check it out.